What you'll see now is my dream project and I've worked for it during the past 5 months. The game is called ReignScape and it is absolutely unique and amazing, so I'll explain where the idea comes from and how it is going so far. I just want to mention I'll have some surprises for you at the end of the video, so make sure you don't miss any. With that being said, let's discover this game together. It all started with drawings I used to make when I was a kid. Back then, I would take a piece of paper, draw a kind of random stroke representing the ground level and a straight line representing the sea level. Then, I would place a bunch of different structures, some trees making forests, houses making villages, boats, fields, and so on. This was way more than a simple drawing for me. Each structure placed had its reason to be here. Cities needed trees to be cut and food to eat, so their locations were carefully chosen. On steep cliffs and mountains grew sapling forests. Ports were built on both sides of a sea. All of this ended up being a whole unique world. Sometimes I would even use more sheets to enlarge this world. But this universe lacked of one dimension to really turn alive. On a piece of paper, each word was frozen. I needed a way to make the world progress over time. On the other hand, I've learned how to program and make games, so I figured out creating a game out of this idea could really bring the universe to life. So that's it. ReignScape is a strategy city builder game. It will be made on 2 dimensions, but the world itself only has 1 dimension. You can go left or right. And I want to utilize this simplicity. It will allow me to create more complex and complete simulation. I want to bring a ton of different structures and buildings to the game. Also, it will be possible to generate worlds procedurally, so you always start on a totally new world different from all the ones you've experienced so far. Moreover, you will be able to explore infinite worlds. You've heard it right. You will be able to build a huge civilization on some never-ending worlds. Finally, the game will offer the possibility to play in multiplayer with your friends. So send them this video to tell them you want to experience ReignScape with them. I mean, that's more than a love declaration, I think. Of course, this project is super ambitious, but almost every technical obstacle has already been tackled away. As I said, I've been working on this project for months. I did so because I don't think this stuff is worth showing on a video. It's quite complicated and doesn't bring anything I can really show to you. So on January, I made a first mock-up of the game using Godot engine with C#. I brewed procedural generation, infinite worlds with chunks and a threading system so performances aren't affected when chunks are loaded. I also made a saving system. Then I've decided to make the game multiplayer. I had to redo almost everything so it have a server with the game logic on it and a client, allowing the player to see the world and interact with it. The client is made using Godot and the server is made in C to maximize performances and also to maximize my head hashes. A friend actually helped me on the client-server communication part, so that means when you play a solo game, it runs a server instance on your machine. So when I'll adapt the game for multiplayer, I'll just have to run the same server program on a centralized server. At least I hope so. So the game itself only has a few structures. You start by placing a campfire somewhere and then you can build log cabins, farms and fields. Log cabins will cut trees around them, and farms will grow nearby fields. And they will all bring their resources and grab some at the campfire, which is the storage and center of the village. For now, I'll work on the game design, so it will be more visually appealing. And of course, I'll add a bunch of structures and stuff very soon. So this video is only the first of the series, and I'll show you the progress every week or two. Next week, you'll see my progress on the overall design of the game. I also try to improve the game readability, so you can see when resources are collected or when a house lacks of something. I also improve and detail the mechanic behind the structures forming this first ecosystem. Oh, you watched so far? So you want your surprises, right? Okay. Let me tell you. I want to develop this game in an original way. From now on, I want to exchange with you the most possible. In order to do this, I've set up a few things. First, I'll be streaming a lot, so go follow my Twitch channel. The link is in the description. Then, I've also made a Discord saloon on our server dedicated to ReignScape. Again, link in the description. I'll make a crowdfunding in a month or two, so you'll be able to grab copies of the game, early access, beta tests and stuff like that. But more important, I'll give you copies of the game and early versions for free. Right, you see, I'll write down some nicknames on this book. The first one interacting on the streams, on Discord and on the comment section, alongside the more involved ones, will be granted free copies of ReignScape. Because that's deserved. Moreover, I am really interested in offering you some really early access. So maybe we can play together on live sessions and we can discuss the game with the community. That's it. I hope you like this project, or at least you are curious about it. If it's the case, go check all the links in the description right away. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. You know that means a lot. For me that's all, see you on Twitch or next week.